Hello, welcome to episode 58. Last episode I picked Farewell My Concubine. This film was about two friends who met up in an opera troupe and grew up during 20th century China. What did you think of this film?
Brandon's mic broken, by the way.
What?
Brandon, you might have to rejoin, and yeah, it's lit up, but you can talk. Still lit
All right,
up.
hello.
Hello
hello.
there.
To answer your question, I think it's a pretty good coming of age friend movie. It's pretty fantastic.
Coming of age friend movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw it far more than that, but
Well, that's that's the main. I guess that's like the main concept. Yeah, there's always more to it.
I didn't think it was coming of age.
I mean, that motherfucker's mom just dropped him off there and said good luck, basically.
Oh yeah, we're
Fuck.
spoiling the movie. By the way, if you haven't seen this
really
movie yet,
tragic.
don't watch this episode.
Oh, but yeah, the movie's long, but I kind of felt the runtime like halfway through, but I'm used to, I guess, longer movies by now because I watch like 2-hour movies on average, so it's like whatever.
That's 2 hours is literally the average movie runtime.
Yeah, it's like 140 to 2 hours or whatever. But yeah,
an hour and a half is
No, hour and a half is short.
But yeah, what do you think, Alucard, like as a whole?
It was a good journey. It was a good story. I hate the Chinese Communist Party.
Back in.
And they wronged people. So it really shit just went to shit when they took power. This was just one aspect of the censorship, and the wrong thing or something that they don't like as a whole, they'll destroy it for whatever reason.
Yeah, like I know China likes to ban movies that were negative of their party.
I like how the actual communist revolutions kind of featured in this movie.
Yeah,
I'd say a major plot point. Like
yeah.
I just felt that was kind of an important inclusion because of the time period.
Major transition into the story.
There's a lot of really good movies about this time period. I might recommend one each year.
Very interesting how the master or whatever his name was, I forgot what. But how when they found the baby, he told him to leave the baby to.
Oh yeah, Master Guan. Pronounce it.
How it came back to bite them, to ruin their life. That little snake, emo. There's some emo boy.
Another thing I really liked about this film is like I'm not too familiar with Chinese culture at all. I literally know, and I guess I sort of learned a little bit about it from this movie.
Yeah, you and me, bro.
Yeah, this is definitely a popular movie to teach for Chinese history.
Quite interesting, though. I mean, the opera.
Yeah, I know, in some versions of this movie, they actually trimmed down the opera scenes. Let's hear. I think that sucks. It's part of the experience. I guess we can start with some questions. We'll start from the beginning. What information is communicated in the opening?
I don't really understand that question. What do you mean,
Sorry,
Brandon, you answered.
Okay, I'll try my best here. I guess the opening can be taken many ways, but here's I guess the thing I thought about the most is how do I pronounce Dozy? I can't fucking pronounce it. One of the main characters.
Well, that Doji was his stage name. His actual name was Deiji. I cannot pronounce Chinese.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it, but yeah. So his prostitute mother just says basically, "I don't want you anymore," and drops him off. I don't know.
Wait, I'm talking about the thing before the credits.
Oh, shit. I don't really know, to be honest.
So I mean, to me, I just it just showed me two people in costume, I guess, and they've known each other for a very long.
Yeah. So what I actually wrote down
information.
is that it's used to foreshadow that kind of a rocky relationship by mentioning they went years without seeing each other and without performing.
Yeah. Oh, did you not see that part, bro?
I seen it all. It's just a lot of time.
I had a hard time finding a place to see it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My mind kind of wandered watching this movie, especially towards the middle. But that's not really my fault. Like,
here, Brandon. Chinese movie can't keep your attention too.
The only reason I have a beef with Chinese movies is they tend to copy like things and make them somehow worse. I mean, this is obviously, but
yeah, I remember once people talking trash on Chinese. But I really want to know Chinese movies you watch because I only know one bad Chinese movie. That's Pure Hearts into the Chinese Showbiz. Maybe I'll recommend it one day. It's very
dude. The Chinese copied Kaiji.
I haven't seen any Chinese movies. This is probably the first movie I've seen.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good Chinese movies.
I know Jackie Chan's Chinese
I know issues.
Ones I heard.
Yeah, I seen Police Story. That movie's pretty fun.
Dude, these questions are weird.
I fucking zoned out almost this entire movie and I feel bad.
These questions that you got here are from like some Chinese place, right? Or newspaper.
I guess they're used to like teach a course. It's like a homepage of some course. I agree these questions are weird, but they're pretty interesting. Can be good talk. So first thing from this page. What issues did the director have in mind when he created the story in which the friendship of two stage brothers is born, tested, betrayed, and regained? So, like...
I obviously don't know the director in real life. Well, I can't really assume this.
Yes.
I'm just gonna like...
Yeah, we have to assume
you can't know anything about him.
But I'm gonna assume anyway that that the director had an experience like this in his life and like molded the story together.
Okay. Maybe someone he trusted that much.
Well,
so as a little
brother, it definitely seems like a more personal story. Like maybe not like a real life personal thing, but it almost feels like it could be.
Yeah, like I'm actually there's another on the site. There's a page on like lecture notes, and one lecture note says the film was made for Chen, born in 1952, to come to terms with his past, and especially his father, who was a film director also. During the Cultural Revolution, Chen joined the Red Guards and publicly denounced his father. This film may be seen as attempt at self-absolution, through which Chen could purge his sense of guilt, reconcile with his father, and live with himself. So yeah, I can see it. This film be like therapy for him.
I was just assuming, like I don't know the guy.
We can't get a definite answer, but we can come up with ideas. So what did I write down? I didn't write down every question there type of that, but I wrote that he had to think about what environmental factors can influence this friendship, like how how they get dated. Are they forced to? One is forced to, like, badmouth the other. That's like
that I kind of want to bring up. There's sexual abuse in the movie. Like,
yeah, like
I don't know if it's like really explained too much.
The old woman's trying to get like day to pee in the bin. It was
the
really
dirty
weird.
Old man. Yeah,
really? That looked like one
dirty old man raped poor boy.
Just because he had feminine features to him.
Yeah.
You want to drink the piss too?
Yeah, that's.
I do want to apologize for spacing out watching this movie. I was working on Felix and I had a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. If you're able to answer the questions, then we'll be fine. Okay, this next question they have is about something about the Kenichi who lived moved 2 million ago. I think that involves research, so we're gonna skip that one.
And what way is Sheng DJ and Don Xiaoluo similar to or different from that of Yuji and Zhengzhou, the king of Chu, living over 2 millennia ago? Well, I mean, you don't really have to research. I mean, you just look at the play, the story of the play, right? And
that is the play.
You know, the concubine, that's his favorite concubine. You know, he doesn't, you know, she wants her to escape, but instead she commits suicide in escaping and leaving her lord. I don't know who she loved the whole
yeah, it's like how JJ loved, what's his name again? Situi Oyu. And of course, Dave was escaping from his obsession with the play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't believe that idea.
Well, in the end, he commits suicide, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he does. So
yeah.
Just like the play.
It's like out at the end.
Although I don't know what the circumstances are right there. I mean, they have him in that gym, right? I mean, what they didn't do to him, killed him, or I don't know. Or did they want them just to perform for them, the communists?
Yeah, that part just takes place years later. What human conditions are become visible by the way Ken changed episodes of modern Chinese history and story to represent the war against Japanese imperialism, Civil War, and the Cultural Revolution.
We don't know that. At least I never studied any Chinese history, so I don't know that. Same thing with question 4.
Just use what you got in the movie to help you answer this question. I think human conditions is about oppressive government. I think it's oppressive government that gets shown through these events, like they just invading what's essentially harmless flight because for being foreign from Japanese is one example, and when they're just rounding up like the revolutionists, and like near the end during the Cultural Revolution.
Well, it looked to me like they went out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah, that was what the
fucking communism, dude.
Cultural Revolution was people revolting. They wanted change. They were tired of Mao Zedong.
Now they're revolting again, just this year.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
List instances of betrayal of loyalty in the story in which China becomes a modern nation state. So the only betrayal I can think of was when DJ's role was taken over by Zitoyu. What do you guys got? For betrayals that occurred in this. Also, what was the prostitute's name? She was like betrayed when she was told
somewhere
and called out as well.
Jewish. Something like that.
What do you think the suicide at the end symbolizes?
Still, that's like never-ending feeling like not being good enough because can't do the line, and because DG is centered around being able to perform and can't do the line, you're not performing well. So that's basically all he got. So he just there's nothing left. Got nothing left.
I don't know. I think that he didn't want to be used anymore by the Communist Party to maybe harm Xiaolo. So he took his own life.
At least he had a reason to do it. Like he just didn't do it to do it, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see what questions got here.
Man, I promise the next episode will be because I'll actually pay attention to the movie more.
Yeah.
I just didn't have time. Like I just kept working on Felix, and
I'll probably play. I'll play Felix after this episode.
Oh hell yeah!
What sources of duress to the modern individual who is often unable to stand up, as if on stage performing a cultural or personal identity, for what he or she believes in? Give examples. I know it's like these hard questions, but that's good. I need to come up with the hard questions.
And it's really hard when you barely paid attention to the movie.
Is this person talking about living in communist China, or?
Yeah, the question's kind of weird. Like, you can...
Maybe, like...
I think, it's always trying to explain within the story.
Oh.
Did I write down this question?
What do they mean by modern?
By what?
The modern individual, as far as, like, the time period of the movie, or?
Okay, yeah, this is really weirdly worded.
Yeah.
I wonder if these guys' students had questions about this question. Oh,
all these questions are for Chinese people.
No, they're for the students. They just have them Chinese for, like, the native Chinese speakers as well.
Yeah, and people who live in China. I mean, these questions are clearly for students in China.
Well, I can't really get more context for this. I assume it's an American university, but again.
Why did the master burn himself?
Honestly, I watched it again. Where was this burn?
Yeah, where was that?
Yeah, Bill was like, oh, why did he burn himself? And I watched it again, like, what burn?
Oh, I was talking about a completely different movie that compares to the movie.
Oh my god. Oh, you were talking about spring, summer, fall, winter, and spring.
Yeah, because it's like a similar kind of movie.
Everyone.
I mean, I disagree with that statement, but oh my god, yeah.
I apologize, Alucard.
God, you just baited us.
God, what do you expect of a fucking moron?
I was trying to search through the whole movie, thinking, what was their burning scene?
Oh my god.
And the master died, and he just, like, fell over.
That nigga didn't, oh, sorry for the N-word, that guy didn't.
Oh, no! This is the second fucking...
He didn't say nothing. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Oh.
Oh, fucking best, guys. Holy fuck.
Didn't say it.
Well. Alright. Okay.
It was pretty cruel how they were treated, I think. But acting is, like, really hard, and throughout history, I think it's been, like, kind of like that, right? Like, I don't know. They beat.
So. Okay, let's get it. The next question was, who or which characters best represent what you believe is the perspective of the director within which to understand the story? So, I answered right one with, I think, Jai, because I feel like he was more affected than Satoyu, rather. And also because he had most focus in the story.
All I know is Chao Ji is a...
I was waiting, right? Coming out.
Alright.
Were you talking or just did there? Because I didn't hear anything. Didn't get anything. Oh my god! Like, wow. Anyway, let me go to the kitchen.
Wait.
Alright. Okay, Biel doesn't answer this question. Okay, this way. What lesson can the viewer learn about a person's individual identity or a nation's cultural identity, considering the fate of Shane Deiji, doomed by his obsession about his stage persona as a concubine Yuji? Basically what I wrote is that you should never let your occupation become your identity, as what Deiji basically did.
Wouldn't that just make you a really good actor? Like, living out the part?
It would, but it's not healthy. Making your entire identity, your occupation, would not be mentally healthy. You need more to yourself than that.
Yeah. I guess you make a good point.
Alright. Of what you think the institution of Peking opera is an emblem? Several times the audience is led to understand that this cultural tradition at the core Chinese identity is dying out. What else is dying out with it? Okay, this is actually 3 questions in it, so let's start with the first one. Define emblem. Heritage device. So opera, you can, what do you think I'll word this?
I don't know. I don't know much about opera, especially Peking opera.
Let me get it. Let me look up this. Former Chinese opera which combines music, vocal performance, mime, dance, and air acrobats. So I guess with Peking opera is like what do you think?
They work really hard to get good.
Yeah, but it's an emblem. I guess because I just read it's very complicated. I guess it represents multiple art forms combined together. The acrobats, the singing, the performing. So that's how to be an emblem. As for what else dying with it, I guess you can say the souls of the performers, both of our lead characters' soul. You can just feel their souls dying out throughout this film. Michael, you have anything to add?
Beho.
Oh, what?
Oh no,
I'm here.
Anything to
add? Wait, what?
We were still asking questions.
Oh, I was just playing a game.
Wow, Brandon.
What an episode is this? This is a decent episode so far, I think.
I mean, if I didn't zone out half the movie, I'd be in the discussion more.
Brandon, were you not paying attention?
You can still try, VO. Don't get discouraged.
I like the cinematography in this movie, if that counts.
Yeah, I think this actually was nominated for an Oscar for that. Did it win? Accolades. Oscar. Wait. Oh, yeah, it was nominated.
It's Alucard's turn to pick.
Yeah. Let's go to the rest of the questions on this page because they're good. The word fate may be synonymous with what modern man refers to as identity, something you cannot change that defines who you are as a person. Is cultural identity determined to the individual, or a source of grace and claim in the context of the story? Well, with this story, a lot of being in China had the whole the culture of it had a big effect on these 2 characters because they grew up with learning the opera, which I don't really know if this is something that comes a lot in other countries, and they were also highly affected by the events surrounding them. So in this case, I'd say cultural identity is a deterrent for them.
Where'd you get this question?
Oh, I
Answer
got
the
it.
question.
This is part of the little web page.
Okay, let me see. Let me read it. So I didn't hear you too well when you read it. All right. What the hell is it?
Number 9.
Number 9. You need to get a better microphone or something. The word fate is synonymous with modern man refers to his identity, something you cannot change that defines you as a person. Is cultural identity a detriment to the individual or a source of grace and calm in the context of the story? In the context of the story, yeah, a source of grace and calm. That's what I would say. I don't think it's a detriment at all. Their cultural identity, that's where it's because of that culture that's where they got this play from, right? The play itself came from the Chinese culture that they performed, and I think at least De Yi, or Concubine actor, they I don't know, they lived a pretty happy life when they were just performing the play with his brother, with his Yalo. So it was only other when the culture changed, or when he was betrayed by the whore, that he started living an unhappy life. I don't know. I think it was good for them, that play. It made them what they were. Got them fame, and they didn't live as street rats because of that.
That's a really good answer.
But again,
not
external things destroyed that. Brandon, what was the scene that moved you the most?
Let me think about this for a second here. Fucking firing blanks here? Fuck. I'm a fucking mess, guys. Holy fuck. Hold on. I'll get an answer here in a second.
Okay, well, Peel gets the answer to that. Well, let's go on to the final question on this page. In what way does Ken Chage interrogate and reshape modern Chinese identity? What is called into question and presented as problematic? So, problematic. I think the problematic parts could be like, one issue is how the society handles prostitution, because they are seen as like terrible. When in this movie they aren't seen as such or written as such.
You're talking about modern Chinese identity.
Wait.
Or you mean like you mean the movie doesn't portray it as something that's like bad?
Yeah.
Well, that's a different time, right? I mean,
yeah, modern is a weird word to use with this.
Yeah, because that was what, like 1940s or so when he met the prostitute?
Yeah. I guess.
And then it was in the 1960s when he had to denounce her because he was pretty much forced to doing it. Otherwise, he would have been killed or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell they were going to do to him there. When they were having them, what were they having to do? Fuck. What's the word? I forgot the word. Damn it.
Which were you?
Confess. When they were having them confess their sins or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess they don't show it as being such a bad thing. But, I mean, they do show her get away from that life, too. It's not like she wants to be in that kind of life. She decides that she'd rather have a husband than live as a whore. She seemed like a very nice gal, too. Sadly.
Jumbo's
Her
asking
husband
what
threw her
is
under the
happening
bridge.
right now.
What is happening? Oh, I don't know. B-Hill can't answer a question. I don't think he watched the movie, but
I mean, there is half truth to that. I zoned out half of it, so.
ooh. But it's a weird movie also to discuss because it's so like I don't know anything about opera. I don't know anything really about Chinese history.
Dude, same.
Yeah, me neither.
And I really like the movie though. So it was very enjoyable to watch. It was a nice story. Told a whole life story pretty much of these people. And the ending really surprised me. Very tragic and very noble, I guess.
Very irresponsible, Braden said Jumbo. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Brandon didn't do good.
I think the next step will be better, honestly.
Yeah, maybe at least Nathan will show up.
Brandon just can't wait to get away from this PD pick.
Dude, I basically didn't even watch the movie because I zoned out the whole time, so Alucard is technically right.
Alright.
And I doubt Nathan even watched either.
Yeah, like I'm convinced he's avoiding my picks after LaQuisha.
Well, he's legitimately not there, so it's not like he's just AFK, like pretending to be AFK. No, I think he's sleeping because all his mates are on and he's not, so.
Alright, the only question I was asked was happy birthday, Peter Afro, so yeah, no Q&A.
Nice.
Alright, good discussion, I think. Alucard,
it could be better.
Yeah, it could have been better, B-Hill.
I mean, it is my fault, admittedly, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's okay. We got some decent talk and some interesting thoughts.
Yeah.
I just worked on Felix so much, I literally didn't even barely watch the movie.
I mean,
Felix, like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing against the pick or anything. I just, God, I was working so hard. I was cranking 10 hours a day out of Felix.
Yeah. So, Alucard, what are you picking?
Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, the original?
Baby.
Yes, the original. Obviously, the original.
Dude, fuck yeah! I seen a death counter or a death count video for that movie. It looks epic.
Oh boy, this is gonna be good. This is probably very meme-ish.
No, I'll definitely watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. That shit's fucking fire usually.
It's not gonna be meme-ish.
It stars a meme actor.
I don't mind my friend. He's sleeping.
He's not a meme actor.
Stick around.
Great.
Yeah.
So good. This is like his first good movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't really watch the movie too much. I could have answered the questions more.
You could have at least tried.
I mean, to my defense, I was working on Felix pretty much nonstop.
Yeah, I feel like Felix is gonna take over the podcast, and I don't know. Whatever.
I don't mean to. I'm just trying to get work done on it.
No bad faith.
Oh, Brandon. It's a Felix Holly.
I mean, I'm not going to be working on it this week, so I will watch the pick. Almost guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope Peter watches it.
I always watch the picks.
Dude, I copied Peter this week because Peter sometimes doesn't watch the picks
I watch
either.
literally every single pick. Every single time.
We're just fucking with you, Peter Afro.
Let's just say it's a meme movie.
Yeah, the next time Peter picks something, I will 100% watch it.
Yeah. Okay, so
right,
good.
Brandon, promises made, promises kept.
I watched literally every pick but this one. Well, I didn't watch one other pick, but that's not important. But
wait, which pick did B-Hill miss?
What was it again?
Oh yeah, you missed Event Horizon.
Yeah, and one of my own picks too. I didn't even rewatch that either.
Yeah, it was Brandon. He missed his own pick.
But I was there for all my other picks, I think.
Too.
Yeah.
I will do better next episode, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Whatever.
Like, I don't mean anything bad by it, so I do apologize.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. Nah, it's at least you just contribute something. Alright.
Alright.
So, that's episode
Good show.
50. Yeah, good show. Oh, wait, someone actually did ask, how old are you, Peter Afro? I am 20 years old.
20 years old. Wow. I'm 13 years older than you.
Old. D.
Old as fuck.
Okay. So yeah, I'll see you next week with the Conan the Barbarian. It'll probably be epic.
Gonna be really good, trust me.
You just wait. The next
Epic?
episode's
Yeah.
gonna be legendary.
Epic, yeah.
Alright, so
epic.
I'm gonna quote some meme Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes.
Some pretty good quotes, but they're pretty long.
alright. Oh. So yeah, that's the episode. Guess we sign off now.
Yeah.
Alright, stopping the recording in 3, 2.